The streets are a cruel mistress. She'll caress your dreams, whisper sweet lies in your ear, and then strip you bare when you least expect it. Julian Smooth Reed knew her ways better than most. A king on his corner, Smooth had built his empire one deal, one lie, one broken promise at a time. He wasn't just in the game, he owned it. Sharp suits, a Cadillac that gleamed like new money, and a crew that respected his every word. Smooth ruled with charm in one hand and an iron fist in the other. His girls called him daddy and his rivals called him trouble. But even kings have limits. The streets had been good to Smooth once, but they were turning colder. The cops were coming down harder, their raids louder, messier, more frequent. Rivals like Marcus Big Time Bell was sniffing around, testing Smooth's patience, ready to claim what wasn't theirs. And his girls, they were slipping. Whispers of leaving, of saving up, of a life beyond the corners they'd walked for too long. Smooth could feel the walls closing in. The game was getting tight, the risk sharper. He sat in his Cadillac one night, fingers drumming against the steering wheel, staring out at the glow of the city. The streets had always been his stage, but now they felt like a trap. For the first time, Smooth wondered if the game was about to take him out. Then he saw it, a church on the corner, its doors wide open, its preacher's voice booming out into the night. Smooth wasn't a religious man, but he recognized desperation when he saw it. The people inside weren't that different from the girls he'd hustled for years, hoping, praying, clinging to something that might save them. And Smooth knew one thing better than anyone: desperation was the easiest thing to sell. Salvation didn't pay, but faith could make you rich. Smooth swapped his corner for the pulpit, his silk suits for robes, and his street crew for a congregation. He called up Derek, his numbers man, and Leon, his enforcer, two men who'd been with him long enough to know how to hustle. Together, they built something bigger than the streets ever could have offered: the church empire. Smooth wasn't preaching the gospel, he was selling hope, dressed up in promises of prosperity and blessings. The people came in droves, emptying their wallets for a chance at salvation. The tides poured in, the sermons were grand, and the church grew from a modest sanctuary into a sprawling mega church. Televised services, stadium-sized crowds. Smooth stood at the center of it all, delivering his gospel with the same silver tongue that once charmed women into selling their bodies. But the streets don't let you go clean. The same tricks that built the church, the lies, the manipulation, the control, started to crack its foundation. Derek was skimming money off the top. Leon wanted more influence, more power. And Smooth, he wanted it all. The ambition that had carried him to the pulpit was starting to choke him. Rumors crept through the pews, scandals whispered in the hallways. Women came forward with stories. Money went missing. The deacons, the ones who were supposed to keep the church running clean, were just as dirty as the man in the pulpit. Smooth's empire began to crumble. The higher you climb, the harder you fall. And Smooth had climbed high, lawsuits, media exposes, betrayals from the men who built the church with him. The congregation turned on him. The law came knocking, and the empire he'd built on faith and lies fell apart piece by piece. This isn't just a story about a man trying to change his life. It's about what happens when ambition outpaces redemption, when greed smothers faith. It's the tale of a hustler who climbed too high, too fast, and brought the streets with him to the pulpit. So listen close, the game's always the same. The only thing that changes is the player.